Right now at 10, La Crosse MTU reps say their people aren't seeing the raises they should and that there's enough federal aid to make up the difference. City officials respond. And city officials say absentee voters can start requesting their ballots for the February 21st primary. Plus, the Federal Reserve could take another step with interest rates to fight inflation.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. La Crosse's Metro Transit utility workers picketed outside Grand River Station today asking for higher wages. Our own News 8 Now Emily Haugen was there and she explains what those workers are asking for.
La Crosse MTU workers marched outside Grand River Station demanding more.
We are here to send a message to City Hall that we deserve a fair wage.
It's an informational picket for higher wages.
There is money out there for real frontline workers. We are in the front line every day. We are not on an island. We're not in our home. We are in the front line.
Local union president Todd Strasser says federal COVID relief funding didn't make it to the MTU's front line. La Crosse Mayor Mitch Reynolds told News 8 Now that the MTU was restructured. That led to pay changes for management.
If you have additional responsibilities, the compensation for those positions has to increase. That's essentially where those pay increases come from.
Reynolds says the city is looking into a 3-year contract for the union.
We'll be conducting those negotiations with the union and not in public at this time.
Who moves that city?
For now, the union marches, asking for a new contract with a 4.5% per year wage increase.
If I can't get your attention at the table, these are the avenues that we go through. The money is there. Do what's right.
Strasser says ultimately, the picket is for the people.
If there's not a man in the seat, we don't have service here in the city of La Crosse. We all pulled together.
In La Crosse, Emily Haugen, News 8 Now.
So the union says MTU workers received just under a 3% increase, while MTU management got a 14% raise over the last 2 years. However, the city released data showing that all MTU employees have received at least a 7% raise since the year 2019. The city also said federal CARES and COVID funding has been and will continue to be used for those operating costs. Now, the city also said they do not plan to engage in public negotiations. Both the city and the union tell us they hope to bring this to a peaceful conclusion. All right, let's switch gears, talk some cold weather with Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl.
Cold indeed. In fact, check out the high temperatures today. Single digits, above 0 at least. 8 above in La Crosse, 2 in Eau Claire. 7 was a common number for Black River Falls, Sparta, and Winona. 6 in Viroqua, and 11 in Boscobel. We've got a wind chill advisory for all areas. Last night, parts of the area were under an advisory. Tonight, everyone is, and that's because we could see wind chills in the teens, 20s, even some spots 30 to 35 degrees below 0. Coldest readings north and west. Skies are clear, and it is cold. In fact, it's hard to find a cloud anywhere across the tri-state area. Temperatures 3 below in La Crosse, 13 below in Sparta, 19 below in Black River Falls. Those are air temperatures, folks. 7 below in Eau Claire, 6 below in Decorah, and wind chill factors down to 16 below in La Crosse, 20 below in Eau Claire, approaching 30 below already over in Rochester. So an alert night, if you will, due to the bitter cold. Lows in La Crosse around 11 below, but wind chills in the teens, 20s, even some 30s below 0 for some. Schoolcast for tomorrow. My goodness, bundle up the kids as they head out the door in the morning. 10 below at 7 o'clock, 7 above by lunchtime. Afternoon highs in the lower to middle teens. Like today, I guess the silver lining, that dry air, we see lots of sunshine. So that helps at least a little bit. I'll have the rest of my 8-day forecast in just a few minutes.
All right. Thanks, Bill. Back on the news side of things, Monroe County officials have an opportunity to voice their concerns with state lawmakers today. Monroe County board members and the Wisconsin Counties Association hosted its first ever legislative exchange in Monroe County. 96th District Assemblyman Lauren Oldenburg and State Senator Patrick Teston were among those listening to issues related to fiscal and regulatory policy. And with the next state budget debate coming in a few weeks, county officials say now is the time to make sure state lawmakers understand the challenges that local governments face every day.
The state of Wisconsin has a tendency to pass mandatory services but they don't always pass the funding along with it. And I think Monroe County residents shouldn't have to pay for that. That's the connection. We need to push that issue that, hey, what you do in Madison does affect Western Wisconsin.
The local leaders discussed topics like funding for the nursing home, child care, and the land conservation staff. Governor Evers delivers his budget address February 15th, and Wisconsin has a projected budget surplus of just over $7 billion. Freshman Congressman Derek Van Orden is stepping into a new role. The House Committee on Veterans Affairs announced today that the Republican was named chairman of the Subcommittee on Economic Opportunity. So that subcommittee oversees the education, employment, and training of veterans, as well as other services like veterans housing programs. In a press statement, Van Orden said, quote, supporting veterans' mental health and financial fitness needs to be a priority for America, and this will be for this committee. A heads up to La Crosse voters who are hoping to vote absentee in February, you ought to check your mail. The La Crosse clerk has mailed absentee ballots for that February 21st primary to people who have an absentee ballot request on file. When you get your ballot, be sure to read those instructions and the methods to return your completed ballot. If you want to get a ballot by mail for the primary, you can submit your request at myvote.wi.gov. Now, that deadline to request is Thursday, February 16th. In-person absentee voting will open on Tuesday, February 7th and close Friday the 17th. City Hall voting hours right there on your screen. And remember to bring a valid photo ID. And you will be able to return your finished absentee ballot during those hours on the screen. The clerk reminds you to not use the drop box. This primary, voters will be voting on the state Supreme Court candidates. The top 2 out of the 4 candidates, regardless of party, will advance to the April election. The Memphis Police Department says more charges are coming in relation to the beating and eventual death of Tyree Nichols. 5 officers are facing second-degree murder and other crimes. We're learning several more officers and fire department employees were relieved of duty. And we want to warn you, the video and audio from the police videos is graphic and may be disturbing to some viewers. Skylar Henry has the details.
The Memphis Police Department now says a total of 7 officers have been disciplined for the traffic stop and violent beating of Tyree Nichols. Get on the ground! This body camera footage released last week is from one of those officers, Preston Hemphill. He was relieved of duty the day after the January 7th incident, but it was just made public Monday. Hemphill is seen tasing Nichols, and after he escapes, is heard saying this.
I hope they stomp his ass.
Hemphill's attorney says his client was not at the second location, and he's cooperating with the investigation. Also on Monday, the Memphis Fire Department said 2 paramedics and a lieutenant have been fired for not following policies and protocols. Video shows Nichols wasn't given medical attention for nearly 7 minutes. He died in the hospital 3 days later.
That's almost as egregious as what occurred to him, to just sit there and watch him die, because he could have lived.
5 officers are facing second-degree murder charges, but the Shelby County District Attorney's Office left the door open for charging others involved.
And everybody's walking around nonchalantly like it's business as usual, so it should be accountability for everybody on the video.
The 7th police officer relieved of duty has not been identified, and their role in the incident has not been disclosed. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Memphis, Tennessee.
And the Nichols family attorney released a statement questioning why Hemphill, who is white, was shielded and protected from the public eye for so long. Looking nationally now, President Biden plans to lift the COVID-19 national and public health emergencies this spring. The White House says it will end May 11th. Along with that will come the end of the Title 42 policy at the border. While the Biden administration has attempted to end that policy, it has remained in place because of orders issued by the Supreme Court and a district court in Louisiana. The White House says Biden supports an orderly, predictable wind down of Title 42, allowing enough time to establish alternative policies. Still ahead, planning for the future. La Crosse officials say they're still taking community input on building the future of economic development in La Crosse. And after the Chiefs and Eagles punch their tickets to the big game, it's time to plan those big game parties. And experts say some of your favorite foods won't be called for roughing the wallet.
I've practiced personal injury law for 4 years.
For 20 years.
For 32 years.
But I won't write your will.
I don't write contracts.
And I don't handle divorces.
The law profession is broad and complex. I focus my career on one thing.
Helping injured people.
All I do every day
is help injured people get the compensation that they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
Are you ready to make a change in the new year? At Your Home Improvement Company, we can help you turn your resolution into a reality. For bathroom remodels and energy-efficient windows, our team of experts can help bring your home improvement dreams to life. Act now for 10% off your entire project and get our great financing of 2.99% or 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2025. So call or go online today and let's make your New Year's resolution a success. Happy New Year from Your Home Improvement Company, where it's your home made better.
January is National Radon Action Month. Radon is a gas that you can't see, smell, or taste and causes approximately 21,000 lung cancer deaths each year. About 1 out of 10 Wisconsin homes has high radon levels. 1 out of 3 homes in La Crosse and Monroe counties has high radon levels. Radon can enter your home through cracks in your foundation or basement. The only way to know if your home has high radon levels is to test for it. Radon tests are inexpensive and easy to do. Purchase your radon test kit today at the La Crosse County Health Department or the Monroe County Health Department.
The City of La Crosse is listening to your feedback. During the City Plan Commission meeting today, members went through feedback from the community survey. Over 2,100 community members answered questions about everything from housing, transportation, and the city's economy. City officials say the survey is useful for changing the capital budget and city policy to reflect the current state of La Crosse.
It's a good reference point to allow elected officials to see what the current issues are and the current strategies in place for our city to grow.
Ackland says they are still in the early stages of the comprehensive plan, and if you missed your chance to give some feedback, stay tuned. Another survey will be made available soon. Recent cold conditions could have a negative effect on your lung health. Health experts say our bodies are pretty good at regulating temperatures, but cold air can still be harsh on the lungs. Cold air usually dry and can cause irritation. This feels like a tightening sensation in the chest or shortness of breath. Prolonged exposure to the cold, especially during storms, isn't good for anyone, but people with respiratory diseases like COPD or asthma can feel especially uncomfortable. So local doctors recommend that patients with those conditions take extra precaution.
The best thing that they can do in order to protect themselves is to be prepared, whether that's having an extra supply of your inhaler regimen for a few days in case of an emergency, or having an emergency generator for their medical equipment.
Doctors say breathing through your nose and out through your mouth can help prevent that airway irritation. Toma Health and Versiti Blood Center of Wisconsin are holding a 2-day blood drive. The first one tomorrow and on February 1st from noon to 5 p.m. at Toma's Recreation Park. To donate blood, a person must be in good health, at least 17, weigh at least 110 pounds, and have a photo ID. 16-year-olds may also donate with parental consent. While the process for whole blood donation usually takes about an hour, the blood collection itself is usually about 10 minutes. Still ahead tonight at 10, the hits keep on coming for Southwest Airlines. Plus, a lawsuit over a popular fitness drink could earn you some cash if you act soon.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. As advertised, that colder air arrived for the weekend. 15 degrees on Saturday, 10 on Sunday, and only 8 degrees for a high today. But boy, it's been a mild month overall. A couple more cold days in store, though. I'll detail it with my 8-day forecast after the break.
Founded on hard work, dedication, respect, and integrity, we at Maxwell White understand the importance of home comfort. Maxwell White strives to provide our customers with a positive experience every time. Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
Would you look at that?
It's beautiful. Wow. That's our boy.
So bright.
Right now, get a sausage McMuffin or sausage biscuit paired with hash browns for just $2.50.
When we designed the all-new Honda Pilot Trail Sport, we made it adventure ready. With features like off-road tuned suspension, an enhanced all-wheel drive system, all-terrain tires, and Trail Watch. So you can blaze new trails. The all-new Pilot Trail Sport, the most off-road capable Honda SUV ever.
I love helping people get into a new home, whether it's a first home, moving to the area, or a forever home. I'm here to help from start to finish.
They actually worked with us with our existing home and selling that and getting us into a retirement home. They've given us all different options, what to go with and what is the best for us financially.
And they're so wonderful for working with us and figuring out what we needed to do and how fast we could do it.
Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Cooley Auto, we care about making buying and servicing your cars an effortless process. From our fair pricing to our friendly staff, we are accountable to the Cooley region and are now focused on offering you the best service possible with Cooley Auto Service Center. Cooley Auto Service Center is engaged in providing you with honest, affordable, and reliable service. Service you need, care you deserve. Find out more at CooleyAuto.com.
You live a life on demand. Movies, shows, and more. Your local news, weather, and sports shouldn't be different. The 8000 Plus app is the free streaming option, giving you everything local on your time. If you have one of these, you can get this.
Sick of running out of hot water? The professionals at Maxwell White are here to handle all of your water heater needs. Our licensed technicians can install, repair, or replace any type of water heater with same-day or next-day service. Call Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
Your entry door is the first thing people see when they come to visit. Make it inviting. Call the Board Store Home Improvements today for a prompt free estimate. 782-8877.
Well, the cost to borrow is going to rise even more. Economists believe the Federal Reserve will decide this Wednesday to raise interest rates again. This would mark the 8th increase in a row on rates for credit cards, car loans, and mortgages. While repeated hikes have some concern of the potential for a recession, several experts say the worst is behind us and a recession is unlikely. A winter storm is moving through the central U.S. and Southwest Airlines once again canceling more flights than any other carrier. FlightAware reports it canceled more than 400 flights on Monday. That's about 10% of its schedule. About 600 other Southwest flights were delayed. Celsius Fitness Drinks settled a class action lawsuit over claims about the ingredients. Celsius had promoted the beverage as being free of preservatives, but the products do in fact contain citric acid. However, the company says it's used as a flavoring, not a preservative. If you bought a Celsius beverage or mix anytime from January 2015 to November 23rd of 2022, you could get a payout. You have to have proof of purchase to receive up to $250, and you've got until February 1st to submit a claim. And for those planning to host a watch party for the big game, it's likely going to cost you less this year than it did last year. A pound of chicken wings is down 22% from last January due to an increase in supply. You can also go crazy with guac. Average retail price of avocados down 20% since last year. However, a 16-ounce bag of potato chips up to an average price of $6.28. My goodness. And beer is going to hit your wallet the hardest. Average prices jumping 11% since last year's big game. All right, I, for one, am a big buffalo chicken dip guy for the big game. Bill, what's the go-to at the Grawl household?
Oh, anything. Chips, dips, you know, but the problem is the Packers and the Broncos are not in the Super Bowl. So
what a shame.
Yeah, I guess we'll be eating and not really watching the game much, but we'll see. I think the Packers are a little bit closer than the Broncos, by the way, in terms of making it to the Super Bowl, but we'll see what happens in your quarterback position next year. All right, skies are clear. And it is cold, folks. In fact, take a look at the numbers from today. A high of only 8 degrees, a low of 4 degrees below zero. We can take that full and show the averages of 28 and 10. So we were 20 degrees below average for that high today. And we'll probably drop even colder than that 4 below before we hit midnight tonight. It can always be worse, though. I always point that out. 37 degrees below zero, the record low for today, set in 1951. Again, a lot of sunshine today, but it was cold. In fact, right now it is 3 degrees below zero, 1 below here at the station. Feels like 16 below, though. Even though the winds are not overly strong tonight, air temperatures are going to be so cold, even a 5-mile-per-hour breeze is going to push those wind chills to around 20 below. Clary, you're a perfect example. 7 below, southwest wind at 6, and that makes it feel like 20 degrees below zero. So current temperatures are cold. What a change from the past several weeks when all of this cold air has been locked north of the border. It's like somebody opened the floodgates and allowed this cold air to flow southward because of good chunk of the country seeing abnormally cold conditions. Temperatures in the single digits and teens below zero already. Air temperature of 13 below in Sparta, 12 below at Volkfield, 19 below in Black River Falls, also teens below zero over in Red Wing and Rochester as well. Winds out of the west at about 5 to 10, and that is causing wind chills in the teens to around 20 degrees below zero, even approaching 30 below already in Rochester. So that's why that wind chill advisory in play for the entire area until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Limit time outdoors, wear appropriate clothing, keep those extremities warm, dress in layers. You know the drill. A lot of this common sense, I know. Don't forget about the pets and livestock as well. Look at wind chill trackers showing wind chills as we head into tomorrow morning, as we head out the door, around 20 to 25 below in many spots. 30 to 35 below in some of our northern and western communities. It does improve by lunchtime, but still wind chills in the single digits and teens below zero. Look at the air temperatures tonight, right around 11 or 12 below in the La Crosse area. In fact, most spots will be in the teens below zero. Again, these aren't even wind chills. These are actual air temperatures overnight. 15 to 20 below in our traditional colder spots of Jackson and Clark counties, right around 15 below for Eau Claire and Chippewa Falls. So high pressure in full control, but again, bitterly cold air has flowed southward, and with clear skies and that fresh snowpack, that's why it's going to be so cold. A few passing clouds to the north tomorrow evening and overnight. Maybe some flurries north of Eau Claire, but most of us will stay dry. In fact, it's looking dry for the better part of this week. So for tonight, again, bitterly cold, that alert night because of that. 11 below for the air temperature, wind chills in the 20s to around 30 below for many. 15 tomorrow, mostly sunny but cold. And then looking ahead, not quite as cold Wednesday and Thursday, which is Groundhog Day, low to mid-20s for highs. Another little dump of cold air Thursday night into Friday. 5 below Thursday night. Friday's high only around 10, but not nearly as cold for the weekend. In fact, milder, low to mid-30s. But with the milder air comes cloudy periods and maybe a chance for some light snow showers on Saturday and some light precipitation, maybe a light rain or mix. Next Monday, as highs will be pushing 40 degrees.
Oh, that is something.
That'll feel like a heat wave.
You're not kidding. All right. Thanks very much, Bill. Coming up next in sports, the Aquinas girls basketball team has been the class of the MVC so far. Undefeated in conference play, and they're hitting their stride at the perfect time. Rob spoke to the team today. He's got that story and more next.
Tonight, News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. At Mayo Clinic Health System, get personalized specialty care with access to experts from orthopedics to neurosurgery and cardiology to cancer care, all close to home.
Need to update your furniture? Menards has the furniture you need in stock. Plus, you get a free rug. That's right. Buy any upholstered living room furniture at $2.99 or more and get a free 5x7 area rug. That's $149.99 in savings. Need a new chair? How about a sectional, a new recliner, or love seat? Buy one today, get a free rug. Hurry up, get to Menards before they're gone. In-store only while supplies last.
Save big money at Menards.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. Find new experiences. Find new roads. Well-qualified buyers get 2.99% financing on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups or get $1,500 cash allowance on this Silverado with the 2.7-liter engine. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $3,250 total cash allowance.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present Our Community Cares.
Join us for the 100th annual Snowflake Ski Jump, February 3rd and 4th at Timber Coulee outside of Westby. World-class ski jumping Friday night under the lights on the Big Hill and Saturday starting at 9:45. It's the 73rd annual Prairie du Chien Ice Fishery Ice Fishing Derby. Events start Friday, February 3rd and go through Sunday, February 5th. Go to prairieduchien.org for more details.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
You have a day before you. Make it the best it can be with Holiday Inn Express and Sweets. How about breakfast to start your day? Coffee, milk, juice, hot food, cold food, brain food. Because you need it for that important meeting in our meeting space. And let's not forget about the afternoon workout to help you keep up with your goals. But your day can't be all work and no play, so you have set aside time for your family in the water.
Come make it a day at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites of Onalaska La Crosse.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
When it comes to high school hoops in the MVC, there's one squad that's really separated itself from the rest of the pack so far this season. That's the Aquinas girls basketball team. It's been this way for a while now. The last time the Blue Golds lost a conference game, the Cubs were still looking for their first World Series in over 100 years. I was still waiting tables in Beverly Hills, California, and Donald Trump wasn't even president yet. It's been more than 7 years, and the Blue Golds are still going strong in 2023. The girls back at it Monday as they gear up for another tough test Tuesday against West Salem. As for the Blue Golds, they're 17-1 so far this season, a perfect 8-0 in conference play. Head coach Dave Donarski says playing in such a tough conference makes it nearly impossible for his girls to have an off night. Aquinas is getting every team's best on a nightly basis, and for the Blue Golds, that level of competition doesn't just play a big part in their success and consistency on the court. It surely helps with their confidence as well.
It's essential, and I think that's the one. I think we can bring some respect to the west side of the state, and because there's really good basketball being played out here, and nobody knows this better than our conference teams, and I feel like we get everybody's best shot. We're going to be well tested as we get in there. Now it's just staying healthy and getting a little better each day.
It really just pushes us, and we have to prepare for every game and go into every game really ready to play. Our goal this year is to get a gold ball and win state, so I think we're really capable of that, and if we keep working hard in practice, we'll get there.
One of the shining stars for the Blue Golds so far this season is freshman Sammy Davis. She's doing it on both sides of the ball. Davis has scored 110 points over the last.
She's just touching the surface of what she's capable of, so yeah, incredibly excited for 3 more years of kind of developing the remainder of her game. But boy, she's a handful right now, and she's been a huge part of what we're doing to succeed. From a competitiveness, from an athleticism, from a just, her mentality is everything that we would want and more.
Davis and the Blue Golds have been an absolute force in the MVC. They'll step out of conference tomorrow night, in which should be an incredible matchup as Aquinas takes on West Salem. On the boys' side tonight, big clash at Melrose Mindoro. The Mustangs at home taking on Bangor. The Cardinals atop the Scenic Bluffs Conference, but early on, Melman putting up a fight. Aaron Hansen drains the 3. Mustangs go up a pair, but Bangor battling back. That's Tanner Jones in the corner. The senior putting in 3 of his game-high 24. Cardinals up 4. Then it's Jones finding Dustin McDonald in the corner. Baseline drive off the window for 2. Bangor up 10. How about this connection? McDonald, bullet pass to Chase Horseman for the score, and he was not done. Horseman again driving to the cup for 2 more. Cardinals take an 18-point lead, and the connection on offense is fun to watch. Jones again to McDonald. Pretty finish at the rim. Cardinals stay red hot. They get the win, 79-37. Across the border, La Crescent Hoka hosting Rochester Lords, and the Eagles got off to a fast start. David Scully showing off the post moves, gets it to fall to extend the lead, but the Lancers weren't going away without a fight. Carter Todd in transition, finding Owen Benson. Little pump fake here, then gets it to go. And then later on, Todd with the great pass to Mason Einerwald, cutting to the basket. Lancers right back in this one. Few possessions later, Einerwald finding Noah Berkey-Weezer. He's going to lay in the tough layup. Lancers trailed at halftime, but would come back to win it, 58-48. Let's go to the ice. La Crescent Hoka hosting Black River Falls. That's Ethan Meyer with room to skate, but Christopher Muir in goal makes the save. Beautiful save there, and later on, check out the stretch here from Muir, just barely getting over in time to stop the goal. Looking like a brick wall back there, but the Lancers would get their chance. Wyatt Farrell dumping it back to John Blaha. The senior rips it down the middle of the ice. He finds the net, extends the Lancers' lead. They'd go on to win it 5-1. Winter night on sports.
Good to see a little hockey in there, too.
Yep, I asked this. That's true.
Yep.
Love the ice.
Yeah.
I asked you this question at 6, but we have a different audience at 10.
Of course. I think so.
What were you doing in 2015?
2015 was sophomore year of college. It depends on the time of year.
Sure.
But yeah, middle of my 4-year college career. UW-Madison.
There you go.
Go Bucky.
There you go.
Yeah. Not waiting tables in Beverly Hills, but I'm sure you got plenty of stories from that, though.
Sounds a little more lavish than it was. It was a tough job. Blue-collar job.
And now we're here.
Now we're here. Unbelievable.
All right.
It feels like a while ago, but I mean,
Yeah.
time is all relative.
That's right.
Yep.
It has been a while. I mean,
Sure has.
just the thought of being in college 8 years ago. And,
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, we're oldies.
Rob, thanks so much. More news after the break.
With most value menus, more cheese means spending more cheddar. But Taco John's Valuest menu isn't most value menus. Now get our Nacho Crunch Burrito with chicken for just $3. or get it with beef for just $2.
Only on the Valuest menu at Taco John's.
And he was a kid, 4 years old, he had lats. The only way you get lats is from doing prison time and doing pull-ups. He was a bad little kid. He was so evil, his first baby tooth, it came in chipped. Walking around the neighborhood smoking his mama's cigarettes.
Get ready for the comedy of Marlon Wayans, the Microphone Fiend Tour. Saturday, February 11th at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Black River Falls, Wisconsin, with special guest DC Irvin. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster. Don't miss Marlon Wayans live.
Signs build brands, create impact, and grab attention. Seven Rivers Signorama is your full-service sign center. We use the latest technology and highest quality products to produce custom signs, vehicle wraps, banners, wall murals, window graphics, and trade show displays. Seven Rivers Signorama Design Services will help create the perfect sign to advertise your product or business. We can custom make any type of sign, including box signs, channel letters, custom logos, digital graphics, and directory signs. Seven Rivers Signorama, locally owned, globally known.
Cooley Auto Service Center is ready to handle any of your repairs. From suspension and brakes to routine maintenance, we've got the certified technicians to care for you and your vehicle. Honest, friendly, and dependable team to get you back on the road quickly. Conveniently located at 700 Monitor Street or online at cooleyauto.com. Cooley Auto Service Center. Service you need, care you deserve.
Here's our problem. Without the hearing aids in, she can't hear the low frequencies, so she doesn't hear me. I don't hear the high frequencies, so I don't hear her. It was a perfect setup, but we had to interrupt it. We had time, and we were coming down Main Street, and I turned in.
It's not like you're going to strangers. It's kind of family-ish. To come here, you feel like you belong with them. I just think it's very comforting that they're a family business.
Better Hearing Center, Onalaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
You do so much and keep it all moving long after the lights go out. That's why we make it easy to schedule eye exams for the whole family all at once at pearlvision.com. Nobody cares for eyes more than Pearl.
TV sitcom actress Cindy Williams has died at age 75 after a brief illness. She was by far best known for Laverne and Shirley, the Happy Days spinoff that ran on ABC from the late 70s. That was in its prime one of the most popular shows on TV. She played the straight-laced Shirley to Penny Marshall's more libertine Laverne on the show about a pair of roommates that worked at a Milwaukee bottling factory in the 1950s and 60s. We'll be right back to wrap things up.
Pilgrims was great. When I was diagnosed with breast cancer, they united around me from HR down to the people on the floor. They helped me get through the rough times. Pilgrims is not just a job, it's a career path.
Does your home have a crawl space? When cold weather arrives, that can mean cold floors, frozen pipes, and higher energy bills. Protect your family and keep the cold air out this winter with expert crawl space sealing by American Waterworks. Sealing keeps your crawl space clean, protects pipes, and insulates your home, so floors are warmer and energy bills are lower. A sealed crawl space means a nicer home. Don't wait. Call American Waterworks today.
Looking for a bank that puts you first? Union State Bank is a community-owned bank looking to provide quality products and services to help make your banking easier. We take pride in getting to know our customers and understanding their needs. We are committed to helping you, your family, or your business with all your financial needs. We're here for you and we welcome you to bank with us. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Jolivet Family Farms, known for farm fresh fruit and vegetables, but featuring so much more. Come see all that we have. Valentine's Day, we have something special for your sweetheart. Homemade goodness, hand-dipped chocolate-covered strawberries, cream cheese pie, heart-shaped cookies, specialty chocolates, candy bouquets, Verde sparkling wine, roses, for all your heart-shaped needs, and so much more. There is no substitute for homegrown freshness, open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Football, hunting, or holiday season, moving, remodeling, whatever the reason, it's time to shop at Black River Furniture Outlet. For sofas, recliners, sectionals, and lift chairs. Great deals on dining room and bed sets, coffee table sets and entertainment centers. Accessorize your home with the area's largest selection of rugs. Or lay back and try out a mattress and adjustable bed. Take home or deliver today. Family and veteran owned, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Working Pilgrims has been working super nice, very convenient for me and my family. Especially in this job, I have a CDL driver license. Pilgrims is more than a job, it's a career path.
We're unfortunately out of time. Bundle up tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you.